Hello everyone, and welcome to EKM Grammar, which is connected to my website, which is englishiskillingme.com. And this is video 1, and it is focused on sentence structure. So today we're going to look at clauses, what defines a clause, what defines a phrase. We'll develop some complex sentences and some compound sentences. And after this video, you will be able to follow pretty easily all of the other videos that I will post after this. So let's get started. So, what is a clause? Well, a clause is a subject plus a verb. Okay, so a sentence as easy as I eat hamburgers is considered a clause. A phrase has no subject or main verb, so eating hamburgers is not considered a sentence. It's not considered a clause. It's just the idea, eating hamburgers. Dependent clauses, when we have a subject plus a verb, but the thought is not complete. Okay. So like when I say, when I eat hamburgers, that has a subject, I, and a verb, eat, but it's not a complete thought. It's telling us when I do something, but it's not letting me know what happens when I do something. So that is considered dependent. It needs what we call an independent clause in order to make it a full sentence. So an independent clause is when we have a subject plus a verb, but we also have a complete thought. So even a sentence as short as I am happy is a complete idea. So if we combine a dependent clause with an independent clause, that is when we get a complex sentence. So when I eat hamburgers, comma, I am happy, is considered a complex sentence. You'll notice here that our dependent clause is coming first and our independent clause is coming second. And it is the standard convention in English, grammar and punctuation, that when we have a dependent clause, we put a comma before the independent clause. Now, of course, you could reverse this, and you could say, I am happy when I eat hamburgers. In that case, you would not need a comma. But we also have compound sentences. Now, compound sentences when we are adding two or more independent clauses. So these are two complete sentences, for instance. So I eat hamburgers, but my brother prefers tofu. So in this case, I eat hamburgers is a complete sentence, and my brother prefers tofu is a complete sentence. In this case, we're using what we call a conjunction, or a coordinating conjunction. I'm showing contrast here, so I'm using but. I could show additional information and use and. When we want to show a cause and effect, we might use so. But right here, I'm just showing a contrast because I like one thing and my brother likes another, so I'm using but. And notice the punctuation. When we have compound sentences connected with a conjunction, we put a comma before the conjunction. But we also have adverb clauses, and here are some situations. And these adverb clauses can indicate time or condition or a reason. There are some other things that they can do as well, but for right now, let's just focus on these. So for instance, when I get home is showing time. If I had a car is showing a condition. And because it was snowing outside is showing a reason for something. But in all three of these situations, what you see in pink here is the adverb clause. It's not a complete thought. They are still considered dependent clauses. The main or independent clauses are I will feed my dog, I could drive to school, and I went sledding. Those are considered your independent clauses. We also have adjective clauses. Now, adjective clauses modify nouns or other sentences. So, for instance, in number 4, my dentist, comma, who works in Springfield, comma, is well respected. So my dentist is the subject of the sentence. Is the main verb of the sentence. But what's in pink here is the adjective clause. And it's a clause because who is considered the subject and works is considered the verb inside the adjective clause. And the adjective clause modifies my dentist. We'll talk more about the punctuation of adjective clauses in a separate video. And number 5, I broke my leg when I was young, which was a horrible experience. In this case, we still have a clause because which is the subject of the adjective clause and was is the verb. But it is a dependent clause. But this adjective clause refers not to a noun here, but to all of the information in this sentence. So yes, we have to be careful. Hopefully your dental experiences are very good. We also have noun clauses. And noun clauses act as subjects or objects. So look at 1 through 4. It says, what I really want is money. Well, in this case, I really want something. So what I really want has a subject and a verb. Okay, want is your verb. Is the main verb of the entire independent thought or complex thought. And money, of course, is the object. So what I really want altogether acts as the subject of the sentence. Who stole the money, of course, has a subject and verb. The main verb of the entire independent sentence or complex sentence is. So who stole the money is the subject of the sentence. Now, it can also be the object, though, here. I don't know, well, what is it you don't know? I don't know how to fix a Mercedes-Benz engine. So how to fix a Mercedes-Benz engine is the clause that acts as the subject. That acts as the object. Okay. So how about, do you know what time it is? Well, here's the question. What time it is our noun clause, but it's acting as the object. So it is the information that somebody wants to know if you have. So let's put this all together. So look at number 1. And everything that's in pink font here is one type of clause. So when I am tired, what I like to do is listen to Gregorian chant, which has a soothing effect. All right, well, when I am tired is what kind of clause? Right, that would be an adverb clause. It's telling me like when something happens. What I like to do is what? Correct, it's a noun clause. And then which has a soothing effect is an adjective clause. And the which here, the which has a soothing effect, is relating to Gregorian chant. Okay? So when I am tired, what I like to do is, here's the main verb, is listen to Gregorian chant, which has a soothing effect. And in the second example here, the reason I couldn't sleep, noun clause, was because crickets were chirping all night, which was annoying. So we see a noun clause here, the reason I couldn't sleep. We see a adverb clause showing reason here, because crickets were chirping all night. And we see an adjective clause, which was annoying. So hopefully this gives you a nice start at seeing how clauses are made, what they are, the difference between independent and dependent clauses, and how it's very natural to put all of these types together when we're creating complex and compound sentences. So until the next video, I will see you later.